Okay, so interesting. Your theme of the month is the Three of Cups and the 10 of Cups. So nothing wrong with that. The 10 of Cups is about bliss, pleasure, joy, peace, anything good you could think of, family, etc. So again, very good theme of the month. If you're single, it tells me that either you've met somebody or you're going to be meeting somebody that you think you could go the distance with. Again, because the 10 of Cups is an energy that can go the distance. And the Three of Cups is about excitement. It's about beginnings. It's about forming friendships. So it feels like if you're single, you're meeting people, you're forming friendships, and then eventually that's going to come into play as, you know, something significant that graduates into obviously the 10 of Cups. So I like that because I think the Three of Cups forming a bond, a mutual energy of friendship, excitement, etc., and then moving into the 10 of Cups is a really good place to be. So that's your theme for the month. If you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar, but this is like an excitement to be maybe around this person again. Now, this could be that you're meeting other people because the Three of Cups is, again, a celebration. This also could be that you're going to, you know, holiday parties, maybe keeping your mind off of things because it's a very celebratory energy. And here in the US, you know, we have the holidays coming up. But again, you also have the 10 of Cups, which is reaching that prosperity that you've wanted. So right now it seems like that's a very viable reach, even if you're looking to reconcile, that there might be some communication or new excitement, new connection between you two. All right. The first card you have is your current position coming into the month, and you have the Two of Cups. All right. So that's the twin flame energy here. The Two of Cups, a lot of people consider your twin flame card, if that's something you believe in. So I can't imagine a better way to start the month. So coming into the month, if you're single, I feel like you're either meeting people or you're going to be meeting people, and some really important people, some very pertinent people, because this is a connection. It's one of the best cards you can get for love reading in the deck, because this is again, that connection on a much deeper level. This is, you know, an attraction above all attraction. So it's going to be very intense. Maybe that's why I was so, in the beginning of doing this read, I was feeling like all over the place and feeling like this tense energy. And now I'm understanding, because if you're single, you have some people coming into your life, very significant. I feel like some of you have been dating for a while, but nothing sparked your interest. It's just been kind of like ho-hum, but either somebody's already come in or they're going to be coming in, because that's an amazing energy to start off with for the month, especially crowning the Two Cups right here. All right. So if you're looking to reconcile, this is a connection beyond connections. This is a twin flame connection. This is somebody and I feel like some of you haven't spoken to this person in a long time, while others of you, it may have been as recent as like a week or two ago, but this is a connection that you can't deny. You may even be dating other people or finding other people, but there's something about this here that you can't let go. They can't let go. There's, it's almost like obsessive, not in all cases, but some of them, again, general read, right? But for some of you, it's like you guys don't talk, but you spend the whole day thinking about each other, reminiscing about each other, talking to other people about this person. So a very big connection still here for you, Gemini, if you're looking to reconcile. All right. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month. And you have the Ace of Pentacles, another amazing card. I just have a feeling now this is going to get really intense, and in a good way. The Ace of Pentacles is new opportunities. It's new beginnings. It's, you know, having a potential here. So if you're single, you're feeling like, hey, there's a lot of opportunity. If you've been dating before and it's been sucky or really crappy, that's not how it's going to go this month. It's definitely going to go the opposite direction. So if you're not dating, if you're kind of like, you know, darked up, I don't date, like, I don't even look, you know, it's worthless for me. Well, you know, sometimes it can fall into your lap, but a lot of times you have to go out looking for it too. And the Ace of Pentacles is saying, look, now's a good time. If you really want this, I would take a gander and see, because there's definitely potential out there. The Ace of Pentacles is an amazing card for everything. It's an amazing card for money. It's an amazing card. It's basically a plethora of things coming into your life. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, there is a new opportunity here. However, what's interesting is there might be an opportunity with somebody else for some of you. So opportunities all around. I do feel strongly though, because you have this bond, you're not really interested in a new opportunity with anybody else. You're interested in a new opportunity with this person, which it looks like could be a pretty good, chance given on just the first four cards. All right. The next card you have is your distant past. So over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout childhood. And you have the Five of Pentacles. Well, I'm glad this is kind of in your past. I feel like for some of you, even though I say distant past, it could be a more recent past, because this is a sadness, a grief. It's a poverty type energy. The Five of Pentacles is feeling some sort of loss or feeling some sort of destitution. So if you're single or whether you're looking to reconcile, I always read this card together. We always bring up the past to remind you of places you don't want to go again, internally and externally, and to remind you of good times, and to keep those good times alive and not to repeat any, maybe negative patterns. So again, the Five of Pentacles represents a loss, a destitution, a poverty type energy. So at some point, you are at a loss in everything. This card hits deep, and I think this read, like I said, the intensity of it, which I'm going to have to add in the title because it keeps popping into my head. But the Five of Pentacles, I feel like, is here to remind you to breathe because there's such a heavy weight on this card right now. Just sitting here, it feels like I have to breathe. I feel like this is a moment in time when you just felt an utter loss in everything. Some of you dealt with a death of a partner, death of a husband or a wife, a death of a parent who was in a strong relationship. There's definitely a devastating loss here. Maybe you lost a parent or a sibling, and this has affected your life. And the universe is saying, like, go ahead and enjoy it. Whatever things you've been harboring from the past, whatever burdens you've been dealing with, easier said than done to let it go. But this is an urgency of let some of this go. There's major opportunity here for you. There's pleasure coming your way if you'll allow it, if you'll have it. And so this is the universe's way of saying, drop some of that energy. I know there's been devastation. It literally makes me want to just cry right now, but there's been devastation here beyond belief for some of you. And so you kind of think, how could I possibly get to any of this after what I've been through? But you can, things can always get better. And the other thing about this card is somebody's from the past may be watching you or you may be watching them. So if you are looking to reconcile, they're definitely interested in what you're up to or you're interested in what they're up to. Even if you're single, somebody's paying attention to what you're doing because this is definitely a card where maybe somebody's been thinking about you a lot. You've been on each other's mind. All right, the next card you have is your immediate past. Over the past few weeks, past month or two, you have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is a work in progress. So I feel like this is kind of what Gemini's been dealing with is a work in progress type scenario because the Page is somebody who is very pragmatic, very responsible, but also aspires to be something different, something more. So the Page of Pentacles here is saying, okay, you're being responsible. You're taking care of business. You're doing what you need to do. And I feel like that's kind of been a focus for a lot of you. That's all you've been focused on. Like, got my shit together. I'm working hard. I don't have time for any of this, but now's the time. Now is big time, the time. And I think that you've felt it or you've seen it or you've noticed that that's the one piece missing in putting all of this together is having somebody to rely on, to have a relationship with. And again, not just love. You have the ability, if you're single, you have the ability to find this love, but it's about building off of that friendship, that Three of Cups energy. For you, if you're single, this isn't about, let me go out and meet a bunch of people. Let me go out and have a bunch of fun. It is to a certain extent, but you're looking for something special. Aren't we all? But for you, it's really important to find that somebody special. It's like you're ready to build your life to where you want to go. And this is the missing piece that you've been longing for. Not that you've been sitting here worried about it too much, but it's taken a back seat to everything else. And now you're ready to bring it forward, if that makes sense. If you're looking to reconcile, this is you putting work into yourself, putting work into work, like focusing more at work on goals. Kind of, again, similar to the singles, leaving love on the back burner just because you don't have time to dwell on it necessarily because at one point, it was taking up so much of your energy. It was hard to even breathe. It was hard to even relax. You couldn't focus at work. There were different things hanging in there. But this is you going, okay, I'm being realistic about this situation. If it works out, if we do come together, great. But if we don't, there's other pieces of my life that I have to concentrate on and make sure those run right. Because if those don't run right, I can't be in a relationship anyways. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next, few months into the beginning of the new year, you have the Chariot. So some of you might be dealing with a Cancer because that's Cancer's card. The Chariot is about self-identification. It's about self-awareness. It's about moving in the same direction. So if you're single, this does tell me you're not just looking for, friends with benefits. You're looking for something with significance because the Chariot is moving in a certain direction and they want that horse to go in the same direction as them. So you're definitely looking for somebody who's on the same path as you. If you want kids, you're not going to go out and find somebody who's like, oh, I never want kids. If you want to get married, you're not going to find somebody who's anti-marriage. You get it. But the Chariot is saying, if two people are moving in the same direction, they can fly. They can be that power couple. They can do amazing things. They can lift each other up when they need to. They can, like be vulnerable around each other, everything that you need in the Chariot. And, if you are seeing a Cancer, or if you do meet a Cancer, that's a good sign, because Cancers are very loving, but can also be, have good momentum. But again, the Chariot, if you're single, definitely says you're looking for somebody moving in the same direction as you. You're tired of pushing and pulling, and this person says they want to go this direction, but then you never see it happen. This is you going, okay, prove it to me. Like, let's see it. Let's see what you got here. All right. If you're looking to reconcile, I feel like this means you guys might actually be on the same page for the first time in a while. Sorry, my camera hold on. Okay, I don't know what happened. Sorry about that. I just saw it falling. Okay. But like I was saying, this Chariot right here, for anybody looking to reconcile, for me, feels like this is like you guys are finally on the same page. Like you guys are finally going in the same direction. So now is a good time to reconnect, especially with the twin flame card and all of the other positive energies you have here. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks throughout the month of December, and you have death. I like death because it's not a physical death. It's not, the card can be a little morbid, but death is a rebirth of something. Death is a transformation. It's a change. So if you're single, this is a transformation in your love life. This is a rebirth of something you knew at one point with maybe somebody else, or you've just always believed in. And now that you're ready to drop some of that negative energy, you will be able to have this rebirth. This is also a transformation in yourself. This is getting yourself together, which, like I said, I think a lot of you have done. A lot of you haven't dated at all and just started, or a lot of you haven't even thought about it. And now you're thinking, okay, it's time to date. And some of you have been dating for a while. It's going to pertain to everybody differently, but death definitely says there's a rebirth in believing in that, believing in love, believing that you can have that again. And some of you have done some major transformations mentally, physically, etc. If you're looking to reconcile, death is a rebirth for you guys. I feel very strongly that a reconciliation is capable here. Obviously, if each party is feeling that, but I kind of feel like that's all you guys need to do is get on the same path, and things will move in the direction they're supposed to move. Because I look at this more of a rebirth for you guys and not a death of the relationship. It's not coming across as that. It's coming across as a rebirth that starts moving in a good direction, especially with this type of energy and your theme being that. I just don't think there's anything negative about it, and there can't be anything negative with this card either. Okay, so you have the Lovers. So you're showing up, Gemini. There you are. I always think it's really important when you show up to your own read, because that means, you're being as organic as you can. You are transforming. You're coming to a better headspace. This is something tangible that'll happen throughout the month. Could last a day, a week, an hour, etc. And you have the Lovers. Obviously, like I said, that's your card, and that's not a bad card. To have the twin flame, the Lovers, and the 10 of Cups in one read is pretty significant. Now, this definitely says if you're single, you're meeting somebody. If you haven't met this person already, I know people are going to say, I don't talk to anybody, okay, and that's fine. That's your choice. But for the majority of you out there, the opportunity is huge to have this type of significance go on this month. And for the next month or two, I feel like this energy is going to carry on for a while. Now, this, if you're looking to reconcile, I think goes along with everything I've said here, that the chance for you guys to reconcile is huge. There's a connection that's undeniable here on both sides too. So if they've been ignoring you or you've been ignoring them, don't ignore each other. Don't ignore the people you love. I know, again, easier said than done. They've pissed you off. You've pissed them off. But come together. Maybe here in the US because of the holidays, that'll help. But again, the possibility is real here. It's just how you look at it. If you look at it going, it'll never happen, then you know what? It's never going to happen. But if you look at it honestly believing it, then why can't it happen? The next card you have is anything you're going to feel throughout the month. Again, could last the entire month. It could last for an hour. You have the High Priestess. This is an otherness. This is a holiness. This is a spirituality. This is you letting a higher power, whatever you believe in. If you believe in God, if you don't believe in anything, you just believe in energies, whatever it is to you, this is saying, let go. Don't try and control anything, Gemini. And my parents are Geminis, so I know exactly how Geminis can be with the control aspect, with wanting to kind of help things along or whatnot. This is the universe's way of saying, look, I'm showing up for you. I have your back. The universe has your back. So let me take the wheel. Don't try and push it. If you're single, let it flow. If it feels good, go with the feeling. If it doesn't feel good, cut it off. The universe is going to give you signs, that warm stomach, that butterflies, and just go with it. Go with your gut. Stop trying to analyze it. Don't overanalyze it and overthink it. Allow it to flow freely. Same if you're looking to reconcile. If they reach out to you, and even if you're still annoyed, or even if they're still annoyed, just let it, like, if this is meant to be, it's going to happen. And with all these cards lining, for a lot of you, this is a real possibility. The next card you have are your hopes and fears for the month, and you have the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is about defense. It's about strategy. It's about prioritizing. So if you're single, I feel like what I just said here, be careful with this, because I think a lot of you have that conflict in yourself, where if things are good, you're going, when's the other shoe going to drop? Or things are too good to be true. This can't continue like this. So be careful with that headspace, because again, this is fears or hope. So it's internal, it's mental. It's not the actual outcome. But the Seven of Wands, again, is some sort of feeling like you have to defend yourself or you have to strategize. And don't be free, be you. And if this person likes you, and if you guys are meant to be on the same path, it will happen. So don't put yourself in that mindset of, whoa, this can't happen. This is too good. No, don't self-sabotage this. Not this month. Don't do it. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. If you guys want to come together and make this happen, get past the shit. If you have to have one night of just, like, I'm pissed about this, or this happened, or whatever, fine. And you're in defensive mode and you guys have to, hash it out one more time, do it. But don't ruin all of this good stuff because you guys are deciding to point fingers again. Just let it go. Let bygones be bygones. Agree to disagree. I know that there's some situations that need to be reconciled or need to be healed before you can reconcile completely, but keep the hope alive instead of turning it into this type of mentality. Final card is your outcome. You have the Moon card, which is Pisces card. So you could be dealing with Pisces. You have 2 water signs here and a lot of water here and water here. So you might be dealing with Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. But the Pisces, the Moon is a mystery, okay? So the outcome for the month is not exactly clear. If you're single, this is you seeing where you want to go, seeing what you want, but you're wondering if this is the person you're going to get there with. And again, I think it is a very big possibility that this person is that person, but I think you're going to feel at times that I really feel like you're putting an emphasis on this. Like you're feeling like because the Moon is a paranoia. It's thinking something's there that's not there.